Okay, and you know how this works. I'm not an astrologer. I haven't studied it for 30 years like some of the people on the internet. Some of those guys are really good, guys and gals. But as a medium, the information's readily available. It's like anything in life. I don't know if you remember, I did some videos earlier where I would pick up a rock, a gemstone that I was going to put into a ring, and I could read that stone, and another stone right next to it would read completely different. So, and they read a little bit differently once they're shaped, once they're polished and everything. A raw rock seems it comes up a little different than a polished one, but very similar. But two rocks side by side, two gemstones side by side, don't feel the same. Which is why if you're getting married, you really want to pick up that ring. You really want to have that stone in your hand because if it feels right to you, you're good to go. If it something just doesn't feel right about it, don't get it. And this is, men are always they purchase the ring, they put it on the finger, they do all that. When really the truth is that the woman should be picking what she's going to wear, and that's how my wife and I did it. I said, "What do you want?" She said, "I want this and I want that and I want that." Find it. She found it, purchased it, and it fits perfectly, and it's the color that she likes. The stone is what she wanted. Guys, get some brains. Women will not wear something unless it's right. They may wear it, but they're not going to like it. So you're making waves when you shouldn't. Anyway, each diamond feels different. Each piece of lapis to me, and it's cut off of the same stone. I can take my saw and cut it, and it just feels different. So this goes along with that. The automatic writing I did, maybe if I bought some fruit or tomatoes, I held a tomato in my hand and could tell whether it was any good or not. Everybody can do this. I'm not unique. I'm really not. I just listen to it. Anyway, this is in that vein. Aries, forget what you think you know. Your destiny is different than what you perceived it. You're going to make a. It may be that what you're doing, they're using the word obligatory. It's like you feel like you must do it. But the truth is that your path is somewhere else. So don't be surprised if it's someday somebody walks up and says, "Gee, would you like to be a scuba diver instructor?" And that sounds good. Every day in the Bahamas. So don't close everything off. I think you're doing something maybe because you feel like you have to do it, but not because you really want to do it. That was a long one for nothing, huh? Oops, gotta mark it. Otherwise, I'll mess it up. Taurus, believe in yourself the most at this time. Now's not the time for indecision. Now's the time. And most of the time you are, but right now you're sort of queasy about things. You're flip flopping. You're picking this and then flopping and then doing this and flip flopping to that. Make up your mind. Stick with it. Now's not the time to be false in your thinking. Usually you're dead on. And April has something to do with you. Anyway. Oh, let's look down here. It said April. So happy birthday, Taurus is in April. Gemini, the boat is sinking. It's time to get off of it. Whatever you're doing, your line of work, your relationship, the boat's sinking. Some part of your life is going down. Don't hang on to it till there's nothing left. Either prop it up, fix it, find a way to make it work, or get off the boat. I used to have a saying, something like that when I was a kid. I can't say it here though. Cancer. The proof is in the pudding. You're good pudding. That's an old saying, but in the old days you can make bad pudding. Now it's pre-mixed and it's hard to make bad pudding. Back then, homemade pudding makers could make a bad pudding, but the proof is in the taste of it. And you're the real deal. You worry a lot about things that don't matter, leaving you very little time to concentrate on the things you're supposed to be doing. Straight ahead now. No deviations. Leo, too many buts. Too many buts. I could do that, but then I'd have to do this. I could be there for you on that day, but either you're getting a lot of that or somebody is giving you a lot of that. It's a lot of attitude. Someone's giving you a lot of attitude, you know, giving you that tone. You got a tone in your voice. What do you mean, tone? I'm getting a tone from you. Put an end to it. Virgo. Fast dancing under the moon. I have no idea what that means. It's a time for you to express yourself in a way of excitement and in a way of doing something unexpected of you. It's like the girl who takes her clothes off and runs down the middle of the highway for no reason because she just needs to do it. Don't stall around. Push yourself right now. Great things can come out of it. The biggest trouble is you don't tend to believe what you're doing yourself. You've had misgivings, haven't we all? Libra, it's too early to stop doing what you're doing. You have a little further down this path before you change. And they're giving me this poem that I heard in high school, Two Roads Diverged in a Wooded Plain, Robert Frost. And it's a great poem. And I took the one less traveled by. It's what the story is about. It's what the poem's about. I didn't go the normal way that everybody's going. I went this way because it didn't look like very many people had gone down that path, which means you're willing to take a chance. Now, now's a great chance to maybe alter your plans to include something possibly risque, but definitely off the beaten path. Maybe do what I'm doing, because this is definitely off the beaten path. Scorpio, people are lying to you all the time, and you wonder why. It's because you allow it. You know they're lying. They know they're lying. Someone's trying to cover up, save face by telling you something that isn't true. And you should stop listening to these lies. Just tell them, I know you're lying. Happens to me all the time. Someone will come up and someone who knows me will begin to go off. And I say, you know what I do for a living, right? I say, yes. Why do you think you can lie to me? Oh, I forgot. So don't listen. Sagittarius. Newfound interest in some old flame. It's almost as though you think you can go back to the past and rearrange it to where that relationship works out. It didn't work out, you moved on, but now you're looking back at it thinking, had you done this, you're second guessing yourself. Had you done this or that, you could fix it. And in your mind, you're thinking, gee, I could do this, I could do that. And had I done that at the time, the relationship wasn't going to work. And you can't go back to the past and rearrange things and make them turn out in the future. Why? Because you've changed and that person's changed. Leave it alone. Let it go. It's a comforting thing because you already know the person, but they're an outright liar. Capricorn, steady as you go. You don't need to change anything you're doing except maybe revitalize your thinking, maybe modernize your thinking. Think newness instead of what is now. See if you can leap into the future and see what's going to be. I don't know what that means. And if you're a musician, play your music. Aquarius, you're biding your time waiting for something to happen. It may not seem like that's what you're doing, but you are doing it. You're waiting, is what my guys are saying. You're waiting. You're waiting for something to happen where you can, if this happens, then I'll do that. If this happens, then I'll do that. You're waiting for a sign for something. And the truth is that the world really doesn't do anything until you do something. And you hate being responsible for whatever's going on, but it's time for you to step out of the shadows, take command, and make this work. You two are different in a good way. Interesting. Pisces, forgetfulness. If you got too many things to do that you forget a few things, you don't show up on time, you're not really interested, people can't trust you to do anything. And you're either harboring ill will against someone or they've got it out for you. Some kind of a foreboding thing, sense of disaster going on. One thing I know about disasters, if you think they're there, they probably are. Don't forget you're intuitive too. And if a train's bearing down on you, get off the track. Wait till it passes, get back on the track. But don't stand there and let it run you over. Get out of the way. Your sense of foreboding is real and justifiable. Someone's saying bad things come in threes. I don't know about that. They can come in ones too. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.